Hi guys, very good morning. This side Rajesh, and on behalf of RD Education Services, this time I bring a new presentation on e-way bill system under GST. E-way bill is a short form of electronic way bill. It is a unique document which is electronically generated for a specific consignment of goods from one place to another, either interstate or intrastate, and of value more than 50,000 rupee required under the current GST regime. The introduction of goods and service tax across India is a very significant step in the field of indirect tax reforms in India. The e-way bill marks a welcome shift from government monitored model to a tax administration which encourages self-reporting by businesses. The e-way bill is a compliance instrument to ensure that relevant information is uploaded before the moment of the consignment, both interstate or as well as interstate. For quick for quick and easy movement of the goods across India without any hindrance, all the checks posts across the country are abolished. The GST system provides a provision of the e-way bill, a document to be carried by a person in charge of the conveyance, generated electronically from the common portal to implement the e-way bill system. The information and communication based solution is required. Hence, as approved by the GST Council, a web based solution has been designed and it is being rolled out for the use of taxpayer and transporters. Unique selling proposition of the goods and service tax is one nation, one tax, one market. Introducing a separate way bill for each state under the GST system would complicate the compliance and in turn affect the business of the taxpayers and transporters. Such a system of separate e-way bill for each state would result in the hindrance of the movement of the goods and free trade from one state to another. The state and central government officers will also find it difficult to cross verify such e-way bills if generated independently by the each state. A new process is thus required which would ensure that a taxpayer prior to the movement of the goods via conveyance would inform each transaction's details to the tax department. Obtain an acknowledgement a number of having thus informed and then use this acknowledgement number as a valid document accompanying the truck. The idea is that taxpayer is made to upload the details of each transaction to a common portal through internet, and once uploaded, the common portal would automatically generate a document that can tracked and verified easily by any stakeholder. Easy e-way bill in GST rule. Information to be furnished by every single registered person prior to commencement of the movement of the goods and generation of e-way bill. Upon the generation of e-way bill on the common portal, a unique e-way bill number shall be made available to the supplier, the recipient, and the transporter on the common portal. The person in charge for a conveyance shall carry the invoice or bill of supply or delivery challans as the case may be. A copy of e-way bill or the e-way bill number. Now we'll discuss about stakeholder. The objective behind introducing e-way bill to effectively address the expectation and concerns of stakeholders by leveraging the use of information and communication technology. Following are the four key stakeholders of the e-way bill. Number first, supplier who generate the e-way bill and reject the e-way bill generated by another party against his name if it does not belong to him. Recipient generate the e-way bill and reject the e-way bill generated by another party against his name if it does not belongs to him. Transporter generate the e-way bill, consolidated e-way bill, and update the vehicle number for the e-way bill assigned to him for transportation by the taxpayer. Department officers verify the e-way bill and consignments carried with the e-way bills. Now let's discuss about registering and enrolling the e-way bill system. There are four stakeholders who have some stake in the movement of the consignment from one place to another, and hence on the e-way bill they are these are the supplier, they are suppliers and recipient, transporter and tax officers. The supplier receipts and transporter want to see that consignment movement from the source to destination without any hurdles, and tax officer want to see that the consignment is accounted for by the supplier and recipient. A provision has been made for all the above mentioned stakeholders to assess the system. The GST registered person can register on the e-way bill and create his user credential to the user to use the system. GST registered person can be supplier, it can be recipient or transporter. In case the transporter is a small operator and not registered under the GST, then this system provides the mechanism to enroll and create his user credential to operate e-way bill system. Now we'll discuss about benefits. What can opt out of when he's going to opt GST e-way bill. The user need not to submit bill manually. This process consume less paperwork. New e-way bill system is user friendly. New e-way bill verification leading to less waiting time. This system helps in easy and quick generation of e-way bill. This system helps for smooth administration and process simplification. Now we'll discuss how one can go ahead and go for registration for e-way bill. Taxpayer registration on the e-way bill system. The registration of the GST taxpayer for the e-way bill system is a very simple process. GST taxpayer needs to register on the e-way bill system. To do the same, taxpayer needs to have the GST issued under the GST system and mobile number registered with the GST system with him. Once the user enter the URL address which has been mentioned over here, still I'm going to brief it. I'm going to discuss HTTPC e-way-bill gst.gov.in of the e-way bill system is in the browser. The following screen will be displayed on the e-way bill portal. A first time GST can register by clicking on the e-way bill registration link under the registration option. Then the user will be redirected to the e-way bill registration form. The registration form appears like this. Now the user need to put the GST in number along with the displayed CAPTCHA and shall click go to submit the request. Once the request is submitted, user will redirect to this page. In the mentioned form, user is supposed to put the application name, trade name, address, email ID, mobile number are auto-populated once the user enters the GST number along with display CAPTCHA. If the details have been changed or are incorrect, user need to click update from GST Common Portal to pull the latest data from GST Common Portal. The user need to click on the send OTP to get the OTP. Once the OTP is received on the registered mobile number, the user need to enter the OTP and click on verify OTP to verify the same and validate. The user need to provide the choice of user ID or username which they plan to use to operate his account on this system. Username should be between 8 to 15 alphanumeric character and can include special characters as well. The expectation is that you should give a unique username which is not there in the system. Once a registration request is submitted, the system validate the entered value, and in case if there is any error pops up, the approved message would come up. Otherwise, username and password is created and registered with the e-way bill system. The taxpayer person can use this username and password to work on the system. Now we'll discuss about unregistered transporter, how he can go for GST unrolling. The transporter who is unregistered in the GST system cannot register itself by using option X, as explained earlier. Those need to enroll in the system by providing their business detail. After 100% authentication, these details, the system generates 15 character of transporter ID and user credential. The enrollment form asks the PAN details, businesses type, business place. For enrolling, the unregistered transporter has to open the e-way bill portal and select the enrollment for transporters option. On the selection of the same, the system show the following screen. The user has to select first of all has to select the state and enter the legal name as mentioned in the PAN along with their PAN number. The system user gets is validated by on clicking validate button. The user has to then select the type of enrollment and constitution of the business, whether it's a partnership firm, proprietorship firm, public firm. After that, he will enter his business address details and contact information. The user can then upload the address and ID proof by clicking on the respective upload button. After this, user has to create a username password based on the choice and rules mentioned for the user name and password creation. User has to then provide this declaration regarding the correctness of given information by clicking the checkbox. Once the user click the save button, the system generates 15-digit transaction ID. This transaction ID can provide to the client to enter in the e-way bill to enable the transporter to enter the vehicle number for the movement of goods. Now, if you have forgot the password, in case e-way bill system user forgot the password for the username, that user needs to enter the basic information of GST in the following screen. On the successful verification, he can use this option to get the new one-time password through SMS to his mobile or mail or his email address. Using this password, he can log in and create his new password. If the details entered are not matching with the GST data available in the system pops up a message. If the user has updated all the details in GST common portal but is not being reflected in the e-way bill system, the user can select updated details from GST CP. Now the system pulls the latest data from the common portal and update. Now the user can try again and same, so he can get the SMS to his new mobile. If the user of the system has forgot the username, he needs to enter the basic information of GST. On the successful verification of the user can use this option to get the username. On the entry of GST, the system will send the user to use the mobile number through SMS and email on the email address. If the details entered are not matching with the GST data available in the system pops up a message. If the user has updated his detail in GST common portal but is not being reflected in the e-way bill system, he can select update details from the GST CP. Now the system pulls the latest data from the common portal and updates, and now the user can try again and the same, so that he can get the SMS to his new mobile and mail on email address. Now we'll discuss about how to open a e-way bill system for registration.